Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy Isaac,
And this is your boy Bryce.
and we are brothers on tennis. And folks, we have come to the end of our third Grand Slam of 2024. Wimbledon is in the books. And Bryce, might I say that it was a really, really fantastic Wimbledon. I mean, great grass court tennis, great storylines, great champions. What were your thoughts about Wimbledon 2024, brother?
I feel like we're a bit of a broken record because after each major, we're saying like, oh, this was so good. It had such good storylines, And I think that just says at the end of the day, the world of professional tennis is good.
Yeah.
We're going to sit here and we're going to go through all of these different events, but, one side was, like we said from day one, it was going to be.
Yep.
And the other side was the way that tour is these days, But let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's jump into some other events that maybe didn't get as much attention that we wanted to give a little shine to. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to start off with the girls' doubles because we told you about this young lady, this young African-American lady who has won. They won the Australian, she won the French, and with her partner, Eva Jovic, as I think is how you pronounce her name, the two Americans, they won the girls' doubles at Wimbledon. So she is really doing the thing at the majors in doubles this year. Shout out to her pops, her crew, her partner. What a result.
Yeah, that's just incredible to come across the third, junior slam and doubles and be able to capture that as well. She's definitely found a good rhythm, a good stride, and we hope it continues. Hey, let it roll into the U.S. Open because that's really outstanding. Really, really
absolutely good. That would be kind of neat if she's able to get the Grand Slam.
Yeah, there, right.
That'd be really cool. We'll have to see if we can't get her on the show to come talk about this a little bit. Maybe we'll grab her after the U.S. Open. So
there you go.
Some other events I wanted to mention, and I don't know how many people are aware, they do now have these invitational events where they invite the retired players to come back. And they have a gentleman's doubles event, a ladies' doubles event, and then they have a mixed doubles event. And so we'll start with mixed doubles. The winners were Mark Woodford, one of the Woodies. He was playing with Krejcikova.
Okay.
And they won over Barbora Krejcikova and Neman Zimovic. I always pronounce his name wrong. So they won the mixed. For the ladies' doubles, it was, where did I write this down? It was Kim Clijsters and Martina Hingis coming together to win over Ash Barty and Delacroix.
Okay. Wow.
So that was a good one.
Yeah.
And then for the men's invitational doubles, of course, it was the Bryans that came through with a win over Leighton Hewitt and Kevin Anderson.
Nice. Still good doubles team there. So, man, that's just great results all around. That's really cool.
Absolutely. So let's get into the main events. And Isaac, I'm going to turn this first one over to you because even though she's both of our girl, she is definitely yours for sure. Let's talk about the mixed doubles.
Yeah. So, of course, you can never walk away from a Grand Slam event without Shea Sue taking away one title. It don't matter what it is. She's going to walk away with some kind of a title because she's popping them collars. And, I mean, for her to play that mixed doubles finals with Zielinski from Poland, I mean, they really played a great match. And they were against, I believe it was Santiago Gonzalez and almost. And we actually, I think, met her at the World Team Tennis event. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a very nice young lady, and it was a really, really great match. But in truth, Bryce, you could tell Shea Sue she was doing Shea Suwei things. She was putting balls where people just were uncomfortable. And Zelensky, with his power, was just lasering shots. It was a great, great pairing, a great mixed doubles final. And man, just kudos to Shea Suwei for just continuing to lengthen her resume, because she's just one of the great doubles players out there, just simply put. I mean, and mind y'all, folks, she's not even playing full time. She didn't already said it. She's like, I'm gonna go get me a spa treatment and do this, that, and the other, and yeah, then I'll go and play mixed doubles, or now I'll go play doubles. And she's still snatching Grand Slams. So Bryce, it is so commendable, and I love me some Shea Suwei. What about you?
I mean, and it doesn't make any sense why she should be able to do this. Right. But she has such a unique game. She has such a special touch. And I think not only is the confidence there for her when she steps on the doubles court, I think she's got some locker room intimidation and doubles, because it just doesn't make any sense for her to continue winning like that. But I want her to continue.
Because she is doing the thing. So yeah, kudos to her. And I believe it was Zelensky's first doubles Grand Slam. So kudos to him as well for getting over the finish line and being able to put a Grand Slam doubles title in his cabinet.
Absolutely. So shout out to both of them.
Yes.
Let's move to the gentlemen's doubles next.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was actually very happy with this result. We'll leave that between you and me, my friend. But Helio Vera and Henry Patton, who's from Great Britain, he was the hometown boy. They took out Max Purcell and Jordan Thompson from Australia.
Yeah. Good match, though. Really, really good match. I think both teams played really well. Thompson and Purcell had their chances. I mean, they had, I don't know if they had match point or not, but they had, they were in the second set tiebreaker, and it was all on their side. And really and truly, they just needed to close it, and they could not close those guys out. And they ended up extending it to a third set. And you know what happens? Momentum swings, and boom, boom. They ended up snatching that match from Jordan and from Max Purcell. So, I hate to see it for them, but at the same time, kudos to Patton and Helio Vera. I mean, and that celebration. My boy was about to just take off all his clothes. I'm just like, what you doing, friend? He was just happy, man. I love seeing that raw emotion,
right?
when someone wins a Grand Slam title. So it was awesome, bro. It was really awesome. What about you?
Yeah, I was happy. You're always happy when a hometown person can win, because the pressure, especially that the Brits put on their players.
Right.
And this guy, I think he was only ranked like 43rd or 42nd in doubles.
Correct.
So not a whole lot of real big experience, but you can never take away being a Wimbledon champion.
Well, and they were saying, I think back in 2016, I think he was doing IBM stats at Wimbledon, and Helio Vera was doing something at an airport, and he was like he was doing something at an airport in I forget his home country, but yeah. So neither of them were even fully in the mix of tennis, and then they came back and look what happened. Magic happened, and now they've got a Wimbledon doubles championship. It's crazy.
You can't make this stuff up.
Can't make it up, bro.
No, not at all. So shout out to them. Congratulations, guys. Very happy for you.
Yes.
But let's move to the women's doubles. The ladies' doubles. I always get Wimbledon's, their titles wrong. But part of the reason why Shea Suwei was not in the ladies' doubles finals was because of a certain team.
Yep.
And I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Hey, I mean, it takes a champ to take out a champ. And, Shea Suwei and Mertens, they are, the number one team. They have won. Did they win the French? I can't remember regardless, they have Grand Slam titles. And, Siniakova, she is proving to be the one to really match up against Shea Suwei and her record, because Siniakova was like, ain't nobody scared of you. I got Grand Slams too, sis. So you can pop that collar all you want. I'm gonna pop these forehands right back at you, and that's exactly what she did, Bryce. I mean, Siniakova again paired up with Coco Gauff at the French Open. They won the French Open. She pairs up with Taylor Townsend, and they end up taking out Shea Suwei and Mertens in the semifinal to make it to the final. And it's just like right there is a great sign. It's just a great sign. And again, Taylor Townsend not having won a Grand Slam doubles title before. She gets in there with Siniakova. There's a story behind that, but we won't waste your time on that. And they go against Dabrowski and Routliffe, who is a formidable doubles team. I mean, they have been doing
the number 2 seed.
The number 2 seed. So they're doing big things as well. But Bryce, Siniakova and Taylor Townsend got in there and they worked. They had to work because they were not being, the other ladies were not giving them anything. And they played a really, really solid match. It's disappointing that it came down to a double fault on championship point. That always kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Because then they had to go, of course, to the review, and then the review showed it out. And then that's when Taylor, and Siniakova got to celebrate, and Taylor was crying, which was wonderful to see, because again, we always like to see our sisters do well, and to see her get her first Grand Slam doubles title. She's had a child, she's working with her new coach and they have been putting in work. So it's really beginning to show, and just kudos and congratulations to Taylor Townsend and to Siniakova, because what was this, number 9 or 8 for her?
I don't know, but it's up there.
Up there. I think it's 9 because I think she's one away from getting double digits in the doubles, women's doubles. So man, talk about a result, bro. That was outstanding. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I mean, they were a strong team. I did think that they were going to lose to Shea Suwei and Elise Mertens in the semis. But when they got through that, and I think what was really good for them is sometimes when you take out the top seed or you have a big win like that, there's a little bit of a letdown in the next round. And so, they ended up, they were playing the number 2 seeds in the finals. And like you said, they still brought it. So congratulations to them. Good on them.
Yes, there you go.
So now we're down to the 2 big ones. Yes. So let's do this. Before we get off into those, let's take a very quick break, and we'll come back and we will talk about the ladies singles. And we're back. Ladies singles. Now, we've been saying all year that when it comes to the major titles, there's 4 women that are basically in contention to win these titles.
Right.
Iga, Coco, Sabalenka, and Rybakina.
Yep.
And for a variety of reasons, none of the 4 of them made it to the finals.
Shocking.
None of the 4 of them made to the finals.
No.
Now, the last time we recorded our mid-fortnight show, we were picking it up at the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
So in the quarters, we knew we had Ostapenko against Krejcikova. We had Rybakina versus Svitolina. We had help me. I always call her Soon. Lulu Soon. Okay, I'm getting it right. We had Lulu Soon versus Donna Vekic.
Yes.
And we had Paolini versus Navarro. So let's walk through those.
Yes. So that first one, I think both of us were of the thought and opinion that Ostapenko was going to come through there.
Yes.
Sorry, folks. That's why we lace them up.
Exactly.
It just seemed like Ostapenko, would have had the upper hand in that matchup. Again, Krejcikova did not have a good start to the year. She had really only won like 5 to 7 matches in 2024 coming into Wimbledon. So
Right.
you just didn't think that she was going to have the wherewithal to be able to get through. But she got past Ostapenko, so called that one wrong. Rybakina Svitolina, we both did call Rybakina to win that match, and she did end up taking out Svitolina there. We did call Vekic over Lulu Soon. But the fourth one was where you were right and I was completely wrong, because that's when I threw all my eggs in the Navarro basket. And apparently Navarro got really, really excited that she beat Coco Gauff, because Paolini was like, sis, ain't nobody scared of you. She was like, I am not Coco Gauff. I am scrappy. I have a major forehand, and I'm going to put them things on you. She went out on that court and she opened up a bakery. She said, girl, let me get my keys. Let me get my keys. Do you hear me? She said, here is your whole biscuit. Here's your breadstick. I need you to go on back and start getting ready for the Olympics, because you're done. Help me understand what happened there, Bryce.
I mean, I just think, and remember, in my predictions, I had Paolini getting to the finals.
Yes.
Because whether it makes sense or not, there are times when players just are on one.
Yep.
And that's what I was feeling from her. Once I saw in the first, 4 rounds or whatever, that she could play on grass, I was like, I think she's going to get back to the finals. And Navarro, even though she's been playing really well, she hasn't had those deep runs in the majors yet. Yeah. So I think it was an experience thing, even though Paolini's experience was recent. Paolini ain't, I mean, she's really been tearing it up kind of the last year and a half, I would say.
Right.
And particularly, in the last couple of months.
Yeah.
But Navarro just wasn't ready.
No. And I think it also goes back to what you were saying about the previous match, when the lower seed plays better against the higher seed when you're from the same country. I think Navarro knew exactly what to expect from Coco. She knew a game plan. She knew how to play Coco. Then she gets in. People are saying, hey, I'm putting my eggs in the Navarro basket. There's some nerves there. And again, just the simple fact that what you said, Paolini was ready. She was just like, Jasmine was like, hey, my game is good right now, and I'm not scared of nobody. So, sis, you better come right. And unfortunately, Navarro was not good on the day, and she will her down. I was really, now don't get me wrong. I love the fact that Jasmine won, but the fact that she beat her like that was pretty embarrassing. I was just sitting there like, I was like, dang, right? So kudos to Jasmine for getting through that match. So we're now into the semis.
Right.
We've got Rybakina against Krejcikova. See, I'm still messing it up. Rybakina against Krejcikova and Paolini against Donna Vekic. So let's go bottom up on this one. So Bryce, you had already picked Paolini to make it to the final over Vekic. I had Navarro, of course, to make it over Vekic as well. But I tell you what, Bryce, I was really impressed with how Donna Vekic showed up in that semifinal.
Oh, yeah.
She played a really good match.
And you know what? And then to read afterwards, like how she was feeling and how tired she was and how she was hurting. And Donna Vekic has always been a fighter out there on the court. Yes. And, these are the type of situations where you hope, and maybe it can't happen that day, maybe it takes a couple of days later, but you hope that they're able to look back and are able to appreciate what they did. Exactly. Did she walk away with the title? No, she didn't. But she had an amazing tournament, especially coming from someone who was contemplating retirement.
Exactly. I mean, someone who, like you said, they didn't know if they were even going to be playing anymore. And now to get a result of Wimbledon semifinalists, that's made a career for a lot of people. I mean, talk to Alexander Stevenson. I mean, come on, y'all. I'm being serious. That it makes a career. So I just feel like that is an outstanding result for Donna Vekic, and she has nothing to hang her head about. She played great tennis. That was really impressive.
And I'm sure her coach, Pam Shriver, is going to make sure that she understands that.
Exactly.
But that being said, a great match, 3 sets with Paolini, but Paolini continued to get the job done in the end.
Yeah, she pulled it out in the tiebreak. I mean, and that was a crazy third set tiebreak. She had to win it 10-8, or was it 8-6? One of them two. But I mean, it was a really great tiebreak. So Vekic had her
Mhm.
chances, but like you said,
She did.
she unfortunately was tired in the wrong moment, and
Right.
Paolini stepped up at the right timing. So kudos to her.
And how much more can you say about Paolini's fight?
It's it's ridiculous, man. I mean,
Right?
again, she is. I heard one of the commentators say it had to have been the I can't remember his name, the one that's from Britain. He said she is 5'4" with her Saturday night heels on. I said, no, you didn't. He said 5'4" with her Saturday night heels. I said,
Mhm.
okay, but seriously, she is like literally about 5'3", and for her to muster the game that she is able
Right.
to bring to the court, it's phenomenal, Bryce. Jasmine Paolini is she is not to be played with.
That forehand is amazing. And for someone her height,
Yeah,
the pop she's able to get on her serve.
that too, exactly. It's she just has an incredible game. I mean, for her size, she is bringing it strong.
Right.
Yeah.
So she moves to the finals,
Yes.
which, and let's just put that in perspective real quick. You know, I think she became what the sixth lady
Yep, I believe
to
so.
yeah to make it to the Roland Garros and Wimbledon finals back to back. And I
Correct.
think the other people were like Graf and uh,
Serena.
Serena and Justine.
Yeah, she did
Legends.
legends exactly.
Hmm.
So that was a major accomplishment for Jasmine Paolini for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's there in the finals. We go up top, and we have Krejcikova and we have Rybakina.
Yeah.
And you said it in the beginning. Krejcikova came into Wimbledon having won 7 matches all year. Yeah, she's a Grand Slam champion. Yeah, we know she has the potential, but Rybakina has won this title. Rybakina was rolling through people. I mean, she looked at Svitolina was like, I don't care that you're a mom at
At
all.
all.
Have your kids sing songs about me when I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? It does not matter.
It doesn't matter.
And so I expected, honestly, for Rybakina to win that match. What I did not know
Yep.
was Krejcikova's record with Rybakina. And with that, I'll turn it back over to you.
Yeah, I'm like you, Bryce. You and I are in the same boat because I did not know that she had a losing record against Krejcikova, and that was surprising to me because when I was starting the match, when they said that, I was like, ooh, I was like, that makes a big difference because again, when you have a player that's on a roll and they're playing against somebody that they have a winning record against, that yeah, I yeah missed that one. And that honestly might have influenced. No, it wouldn't have because I still would have probably picked Rybakina to win that match. But it definitely opened my eyes to why the match kind of went the way that it did. And I think the other thing, Bryce, and I don't know about you, but the other thing that I kind of forgot to take into consideration as well is the connection that Krejcikova had with Yana Novotná.
Right.
I wasn't thinking about that either. And I'm
Right.
just like, when you inspired by somebody, that
Mm-hmm.
also can make a difference. And I completely forgot that Yana Novotná coached Krejcikova for,
Mm-hmm.
the whole story where she found out Yana Novotná moved into her town. She actually went to her doorstep with her parents and was like, "Yo, I'm a big fan. Would you coach me? Would you teach me?" And she did.
Yeah.
I just completely forgot about that subject line, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like that makes a difference. So you going into the match with a head to head, a winning head to head, and you've got meaning behind your pat.
Right.
I can see why Krejcikova won that match, and it was a dog fight too, Bryce.
It
Went
was.
3 sets, and it wasn't like Rybakina was just slapped to the side. She got out there and she fought, but it was just Krejcikova's day. She had the right shots in the right moments. So I'll pass it to you. What were your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, I was, at this point in the tournament, I'm thinking we talk about things that seem like they are meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
The path for both Paolini and for Krejcikova, it just seemed like they were destined to get to the finals.
Yep.
Damn what we thought about the big four, if you will, of the women. And so it made me very excited for the final.
Yeah.
Which, as you know, of course I wanted Paolini to win, but I didn't think she was going to, because I felt like now she's playing somebody who has a game that is really good on grass.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. With all the double skills and the ground strokes and the serve and all that. And, Krejcikova jumped out there, was like, you're not the only one that can open up a bakery,
Right.
We got croissants over here too. But then, Paolini was like, wait a minute, my bakery ain't closed yet. So
come on now.
Try my pastry. And you go into a third set, whole biscuits all around.
Right.
And it was a nail biter. I mean, talk about what it came down to.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Bryce, it was, a break of serve. And honestly, it was going through my mind at 5-4. I was like, is Krejcikova going to follow the Yana Novotná path, which was, when she played against Steffi Graf, she had a big lead. She lost that lead, ended up losing the match, cried on the queen's shoulder, but then came back in, I believe it was 98, and won the title. So which path would Krejcikova go on? Would she collapse, or would she see it through and be the champion? And she saw it through, Bryce, because Jasmine fought that 5-4 game. Jasmine was in it. She was just like, I'm fighting. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. But Krejcikova was coming up with the right shots, and she hit a great serve at add in and out wide. Paolini could not get it back in court and call it a day. So it was really a tremendous match, Bryce. Like I said, kudos to Paolini for being able to reset herself, because again, to have that bakery opened up on you in that first set, and I mean, she opened it up too, because she wasn't even playing around. She got out there and was just like, girl, I'm about scared of you. I'm about to get this title. And she had to do a major reset, Paolini, in that second set to snatch that momentum back and be like, no, I am in this. And by her winning that second set, and then the third set, like I said, it was just great tennis. And then Krejcikova got the break. And then it was a matter of, can Jasmine get that extra break? And she tried at 5-4, but unfortunately could not get it done. So fantastic match, bro. Fantastic.
It was awesome. And I tell you what, so let's talk about what this means for both of them.
Yes.
So from a Paolini standpoint, this woman who like a year ago was barely in the top 100, right? I think she was at the top 50 like in this last year. She is in the top 5. She's number 5 in the world. She told Pegula, girl, get up out of here. Top 5 for winners. top 5 for winners.
Top 5 is for winners, yeah.
Right. So and by the same token, like what I said about Donna Vekic.
Yeah.
If she doesn't already know, which I think she does, but in case she doesn't, I hope that her camp is reinforcing what you have done, making it to the finals of Roland Garros and Wimbledon back to back. I mean, regardless of you not winning them, that is huge.
Exactly.
Huge.
And I mean, honestly, Bryce, let's just think about it. Like I said, she's very diminutive. To be able to do something like that in a span of 6 to 8 weeks, French Roland Garros and Wimbledon finals, incredible. And let's not forget, she was in the doubles finals of Roland Garros as well. So Jasmine Paolini has definitely been on one. I hope she stays on it, because she definitely deserves it. I love that young lady. Absolutely.
Yes. And can't wait to see what she's going to do on the hard court run.
That's right.
Because if you can play on clay and on grass, then hard courts, we already know.
Well, isn't her tier 1000 tournament her title on hard court?
It is.
So it's like she's to me, she has made that statement that I am the all-around player right here. Don't play with me.
and you know something else I didn't know, shame on me for not knowing more about her background, but I didn't know she was 28.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought she was much younger. I thought she was like 22, 23. Yeah, Jasmine, like, I got years, y'all.
Right. I mean, she must have bagged up a lot of L's for a number of years, you know, because they were saying she was losing in the first round of qualifying.
Yeah. And kudos to her for seeing it through, because as you know, a lot of players, you know, when they're taking those L's, they you know, are like, they start contemplating, is this for me? Should I stay out here? Right. Look at her now.
Right. I just want to see the endorsements roll through because, like you've always said, she's got that killer smile.
That smile.
Extremely marketable. I know she's going to be on the one in Italy.
But I think yes.
But I think globally she could really.
I agree with you. I think she has a global appeal.
Yep.
And I really hope that something like that happens for her. I think her and her mother should do a commercial because she looked just like a mama. Just like a mama. Jasmine, work them things. Get your money. Get them coins. Right. As we say, get your coins.
So shout out to you, Jasmine Paolini. Now let's turn it to the champion.
Yes.
And I forgot whether it was Jason Goodall or who said it.
That's the one that said about the 5-4 with the Saturday night.
Well, you know what?
I love that dude.
I love how he brought up how, you know, everybody's talking about the big four, and Krejcikova was like, simple minds, don't you forget about me. You know, come on, Breakfast Club. You have to be like, because if you think about it, she has two singles majors and 10 doubles majors.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, in that group, that puts her behind Iga.
It really does. It really does. 100%. You know?
And so now, granted, we have valid reasons for feeling the way we did. I mean, like we said, she had won 7 matches, coming into the year. Right. And after she had gotten injured, she had a very slow kind of getting back. But apparently, she back.
I think so. The thing will be with Krejcikova, though. I think for her singles, will she be able to have consistency, Bryce? That's the thing. Because let's call a spade a spade. When she had her run at Roland Garros, it was out of the blue. She just like, who is this person? She ran 7 matches, boom, won Roland Garros. She starts this year off slow, 7 matches, and then she runs 7 straight, and she wins Wimbledon. So I don't think that the commentators, or us for that matter, were wrong in talking about the big four on the women's side. She has to prove herself, and I think that she has started it with this title. But she has to be consistent, and that's the thing. That's what we have not seen from Krejcikova. And I don't know if you call it injury or whatever you want to call it, but she's got to show a level of consistency if she's really going to be considered, one of those really, leaders as we've been calling them the big four.
Well, but at a minimum, I would say this: the big four, nobody's going to want to see her in their quarter.
No, not at all.
They gonna want to play hot potato with Krejcikova. Like, no, you take it. Don't put it in my section.
No, yeah, she's definitely got a great game. We've said that as well. I mean, when we saw her with her run to Roland Garros, her game is beautiful. I love her long strokes, and she's got power. She's got finesse. It's just the consistency. If she can build consistency, she absolutely deserves to be right up in there in that top 5.
And I tell you what, I did see that she is playing with Siniakova in the Olympics.
So, yeah,
they quietly, since everybody's going to have to play with a country person, I think they are the team to beat.
They absolutely
on the ladies' side.
Absolutely agree. Because, I mean, like I said, they broke up because, again, there was some tension there. And I think Krejcikova wanted to more so focus on their singles and whatever. But, you know, when they're playing for the country, I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to set that aside, play the doubles that each of them knows how to play. And if they do that, it's hard to see them not winning a gold medal, or at least medal.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, wow. What a tournament for the women.
Yeah, it was crazy, but loved it every step.
Absolutely. So we got the men's left. So let's do this. Let's take one more quick break and we'll be back to talk about the men. And we're back. So look, we're just going to tell you what we told you. Right.
Exactly.
I mean, honestly, right? I mean, we're not sure what all happened all between all the other little matches and stuff, but we told you from day one in our preview show that Carlos Alcaraz was going to win Wimbledon again.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you what, you know, I've had my ups and downs with Patrick McEnroe. I didn't care for him in the beginning, but then I started liking him a little bit, and, you know, and now I kind of think he's all right. But he said, he stepped out with his full chest.
All right.
And said before the match started, he said, not only do I think Alcaraz is going to win, he said he's going to win easier than he did last year. And I said, Patrick, you better go out there and put it there. I mean.
Right.
And.
Yeah. Bryce, can we just say, let me adjust my seat, as Jim Curry said. Let me adjust my seat because I got to get right with this. Carlos Alcaraz made a statement. And the statement was, I have transitioned. It's not about coming in here and, oh, how's he going to play? Or, oh, this is new to me. Or, oh, no. I'm a Grand Slam champion. And I'm going to show y'all that I can replicate this. His demeanor. I just feel like he transitioned. He went out there and he was simply of the mindset, Djokovic, ain't nobody scared of you. I don't care if you got 92 Grand Slam titles. On this day, my game is right. And you are not going to press me. You are not going to. Literally, it was like he went out there and was like, it is about me. And it's about what I choose to do on this court today. It ain't got nothing to do with what's going on the other side of that net. I was flabbergasted by the tennis that I saw over that match. Not the first set, not the second set, the entire match. Carlos Alcaraz said, I'm about to show y'all that next gear that y'all know I got. Right. But I'm going to show it to you all through this match. Bryce, some of the shots he was hitting, I was laughing. I was like uncontrollably laughing because of some of the shots he hit. Like, did you just hit that shot? And he was like, yes, I did, Isaac. Yes, I did. And I meant to do it. Right. Bryce, I could talk about this for hours. So I'm going to pass it over to you to speak on it. I was. Okay.
So let's do this. Let's talk about how we got there. Right.
Okay. Yes.
So let's take it back to the quarterfinals. Yes. And we had, in the first quarterfinal, we had Sinner versus Medvedev.
Yes. Let's talk about it.
All right. And we said on this show, the one thing about Medvedev, with him being on this losing streak, he's a thinker. He's going to try something different. Correct. And let's be real clear. The only reason, and maybe I ain't got to speak for both of us, I'll just speak for Bryce. The only reason why he didn't beat Sinner at the Australian Open was because he was tired.
He was very tired.
Because he really came out and showed those first two sets, like, I'm not really worried about this dude. I know how to beat this dude, right? But all them 5 setters he allowed himself to get into, put him in a different situation.
Correct.
On grass, where this is not Sinner's favorite, and it definitely isn't Medvedev's favorite.
No.
I want to give Medvedev props for this is the person that we know as the hardcourt specialist.
Yeah.
If you watch every year, this guy, Medvedev, has made significant improvements on both clay and grass to the point of where I say Medvedev is a semifinal worthy player on all surfaces.
Agree. 100%.
Across the board.
100% agree.
And granted, I know we later heard the Sinner wasn't feeling well, and he didn't make that a thing or whatever. Right. But that was a huge win for him to stop that 0-5 slide against Sinner.
Agree. 100%. Like you said, he problem solved out there. Yeah, Yannick wasn't 100% feeling well, but regardless, I don't honestly know that it would have mattered because I really feel like Medvedev had his mind really working in that match. And right. I feel like he was coming up with the right solutions to what Sinner was bringing to the match. And mind you, it was still a hefty 5-setter. So you know, I mean, those are going to be battles. And right. I'm loving the fact that they can go head to head and really go at it like that. And you just don't know who's going to win. So I'm happy that Medvedev won because, again, I think it shifts the balance a little bit and it makes it a bit more competitive now. So, I thought he played a great match. Great match. Mm-hmm.
Then the next match, we have Alcaraz versus Tommy Paul.
Our guy, Tommy Paul. Love Tommy.
Absolutely. Talk to us about that one.
Well, Tommy came out and he played he started out great. I mean, he came out and was like, hey, we've got this 2-2 head-to-head. Ain't nobody scared of you. I'm about to bring all this grass court, play that I've built up, and I'm going to bring it. And he did, and he pulled out that set 7-5. But again, it's as we just said, Carlos Alcaraz has another gear that other players just simply don't have. And he was like, Tommy, that's all good, well and fine. I'm glad you got this first set. I'm glad you got that out your system because I'm about to step it up now. And he got him and said, I'm gonna get you, and he got him 4, 2-2, gave him a couple hoe biscuits. And like I said, great on Tommy Paul for a great tournament, a great path. Right. But again, against Alcaraz, it's you have to hope he's off, because if he is playing healthy and he's playing at his top level, and that's just what happened. He was just like, yep, that was cool. First set, whatever, and he just came back and did his thing. Any thoughts from you, Bryce?
No, and we've said it before. We love Tommy Paul, but he doesn't have the weaponry to go against an Alcaraz.
Yeah, not at that.
He's almost as athletic as he is, but the weaponry without a true kill shot, like all of Alcaraz's kill shots,
all of them.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, exactly.
So Alcaraz moves into the semifinals.
Yes.
Now we had some real surprises at the bottom.
Yeah.
Because, and this is why, as much as I respect Taylor Fritz, and he's been up there and been a top American for a while, and I know Tommy Paul has interrupted that, but these are the type of matches that he's got to win.
Yep.
Granted, Musetti is better on grass than any of us ever thought, right?
Yeah.
But that being said, the game that Taylor Fritz has is, no pun intended, tailor-made for grass.
Yes.
And this was an opportunity for him to get to the semifinals and win. And it was a good match.
Yeah.
But Musetti pulled it out. What did you think?
And not only pulled it out, but gave him a breadstick in the fifth set. It's like, Fritz, what is that, bro? What is that, Taylor? I and I don't know, because I watched the match and I couldn't quite tell if it was fatigue or what, but I do still feel as though that plays a part, because Taylor plays a lot of tennis, and I don't know that he, players, how they, you're supposed to gear up to a Grand Slam, and Taylor just plays,
Right.
plays. And I don't think it allows him to really peak the way that he should, because again,
Right.
you think about the Australian Open, he lost to Djokovic. That was in like the quarterfinals. He
Mhm.
seems to get far, but then he doesn't have the I don't know. He's just not able to get over the hump. And I just wonder if
Right.
this is a matter of him being fatigued or what, because like you said, this was, in my opinion, tailor made
Right.
for him to win and get to the semifinal, because again,
Right.
he's got a big serve, big forehand. That's what you need on this surface. That's what he possesses. And it just seems like he just wasn't able to play a complete match against Musetti, and it showed in that fifth set when he took that
Mhm.
breadstick.
Right. They were giving Taylor so many props for that backhand down the line. And Musetti is like, do not even spell backhand in front of me. Don't,
don't.
because
Yeah,
you're not ready,
you're not ready. You're not ready for the slice. You're not ready for my backhand down line. He really brought some good tennis, but
Mhm.
at the same time, I still feel like that was Taylor's match
It was.
to win and or to lose, and unfortunately, he did not bring his best stuff on the day.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna go ahead and take this next one
come on now.
because this was the round that I predicted the upset. I was feeling like Demon Yor is he's kind of on one, not on one like Paolini, but a,
Close. Yeah.
close, a little level underneath there. And I felt that Djokovic was vulnerable. And shout out to Djokovic for all that he did, however long after knee surgery and all that. Another amazing. He shows that he doesn't need knees or ab muscles or anything to be one of the top players in the world. But obviously, Demon Yor, he hurt himself at the end of his quarterfinal match, wasn't able to give it a go. And Djokovic was able to move through to the semifinals with a walkover. So I didn't get a chance to see if my prediction for an upset was going to come true. I'm going to just go ahead and say it was going to happen, since we'll never know.
Claim it. Go on
right. Name and claim it. Come on, Karen. So Djokovic gets through. So we have Medvedev versus Alcaraz and Musetti versus Djokovic. And Isaac, at this point, I think everybody is thinking rematch of last year's final.
Yep.
What happened in the semis?
Yeah. I mean, it went like we were thinking. I mean, if you go bottom up, I mean, it was Djokovic playing Djokovic tennis. I mean, he still has that locker room presence and fear, And so against someone like a Musetti, even though Musetti has one win against him, it was best 2 out of 3. It wasn't best 3 out of 5. And so when you go into these Grand Slam matches, you have to really, truly believe that you can win. And I don't think he went in believing that he could win. And Djokovic just played Djokovic tennis. He just did what he typically does, and got the victory. So I didn't see that as being a major, it wasn't. He got straight sets. It was a good match, but you always could tell that from the start of the match, Djokovic was in control, and so I never felt like he was going to be troubled at all, and he wasn't, in my opinion.
He wasn't. It didn't matter if it was one set out of one set. He wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't winning. And then he went into the press conference talking about, I've never seen Djokovic play like this before. I'm like, boy, go on, get out of here. So Djokovic moves on to the finals.
Yes.
Over here fanboying out in the press conference. So then we had Alcaraz and Medvedev, and simply Alcaraz was like, you know what, Medvedev, we're really excited about the improvements in your grass court game.
Yes,
but you are not ready.
You ain't got this gear. You ain't got this gear. And again, it was very similar to the Tommy Paul match. He came out playing measured Alcaraz, high level, but measured tennis. Got it to a tiebreaker, and Medvedev just and Alcaraz was like, oh, okay, that's cool. You get your set. Yep. Good for you.
Right.
But here we go. and I'm about to show you where this next level is. And I
Mm-hmm.
think he leveled up. And again, he didn't do like what he did Tommy Paul, but it was 3-4-4.
Right.
But still, when he took that second set, I was just kind of like, yeah, it's
Too
over
good.
for Mehdi. Yeah, because I just feel like he's playing at a level now where he's like, you know what, this feels very, very familiar to me,
Yes.
and
Yes.
and I like this feeling.
Right.
So, like I said, kudos to Medvedev for taking out Sinner, like we talked about, and the fact that he got in and represented himself well against Alcaraz in the semis. You know, kudos to him, man. Ain't nothing wrong with a semifinal berth at Wimbledon and losing
Not
to
at
the
all.
eventual champion. So,
Oh,
kudos to Daniil Medvedev, man.
absolutely. Now, this is where we're going to put our foot down a little bit because I'm taking it all the way back, Isaac, when you and I on this show said, I don't know, 3 years ago, maybe almost 4 years ago now, we were like, Carlos Alcaraz, this guy's the next one. And remember, people were telling us, oh, y'all trying to anoint him too quick. He ain't done nothing. Y'all know what he gonna do. You know, look, fast forward to 2024.
Yeah.
This guy is the youngest man to ever win on all the surfaces. He is, right now, he has started off winning his first 4 major finals. Only Roger Federer has done that.
Correct.
Not Nadal, not Djokovic. And I am going to, because y'all may not want to hear it from me. Y'all tend to believe it more when it comes from somebody else. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just say what Rafael Nadal just said. Never mind that this is what I said too. But Rafael Nadal just said, Carlos Alcaraz is at a different level. He has shown that he is the favorite at every tournament he enters, regardless of the surface, the country, the elevation. He is the favorite. Now, we're not saying Alcaraz is going to win every tournament he enters, but he is a favorite wherever he goes for now.
Correct.
We got some good play right now from Sinner. We got some good play from Medvedev. Djokovic is still hanging out. There's just plenty of people who are doing. But once again, like we've always said, because of that additional level that he has in his back pocket, when he decides to pull the cheat codes out, when he pulls the cheat codes out, it ain't fair.
It's not fair.
I thought Djokovic's little wrapped up knee was going to pop in that final. He was like, nope, ball's behind you. Nope, stop running there. That way. It's over there. And so maybe next year when the Wimbledon committee has an opportunity to say, we're going to seed Djokovic ahead of the defending champion who beat him last year, they're going to think twice about that.
Yes, they will.
I'm gonna just let you go with it.
Hey, bro, all that you have said is truth, and truth. Because, like I said, I am beginning to sense that Carlos is going to very much go on a Roger Federer run. Remember Roger in 2004 to 2006? He was unbeatable. The only person, of course, that could get him was Nadal on clay. But outside of that, he won everything. And I just feel like, and don't get me wrong, folks, I know Jannik Sinner is out there. Jannik Sinner is a champion, and he will win Grand Slams. I just feel like and you alluded to this before. I feel like Carlos against Sinner, if they meet in Grand Slam finals, I am always going to give the edge to Carlos Alcaraz because of that extra gear. Jannik Sinner plays great tennis. I do not feel as though Jannik Sinner has that extra gear, though. There's a level of athleticism and a level of creativity that Carlos Alcaraz possesses. That's why Nadal made that comment. No one has that combination. No one has it. And he knows exactly when to pull out magic shots. Bryce, please help me understand. When you're serving in the tiebreaker, and it is 6-5. No, it's 6-4. No, 5-4. You hit a serve. Djokovic hits it back, and what do? Boop, drop shot, winner.
Right.
When he hit that, I was just sitting there like, see, that's another level, folks.
Yeah,
that's another level. When you
is.
have that level of creativity and confidence that you can pull that shot off, and he did it, everybody was just gasping. They were just like, did he just do that? And Carlos was like, yes, I did. Yep. I have no words for that young man. I honestly feel like over the next, I would say 2 to 3 years, if he stays healthy, I would say he's probably going to snatch 2, if not 3 Grand Slams each year.
Yeah. And you know what? Something else that Nadal said, so that y'all don't think I made it up. Rafa said what Carlos has over them as the big three. He said at his age, we were all very surface dominated.
Yes.
Yes. So he said, I could win on clay. Roger was winning on grass. Novak was the hardcourt guy. Mm-hmm. None of us were like Carlos, who is that across the board.
Across the board. Everything.
Right. So I just want people to give us our flowers for calling this out 3-4 years ago when y'all tried to clown us for trying to tell y'all what Carlos Alcaraz was going to be. And I must say, he has even with us making that call, he has surprised me at how, look, Alcaraz, I think, is going to be one of these players where he's not going to win every Master Series title. I don't even think he's going to get up for those tournaments like that. But when he gets in a major final, I think he is going to be the player at the youngest age that truly zeroes in on the majors. Usually when folks are young, they're trying to win. I don't think Carlos even cares about being number one. I think Carlos is like, look, when it's major time,
that's when I'm going to show up. That's when I'm going to come out.
And he would be number one if he didn't have a big fat 0 right now for the Australian Open.
Exactly. And honestly, Bryce, I think that's the right way for him to approach it because play the tournaments, play the Masters 1000s or the 1000 events, play them with reckless abandon because he's going to win them. Because mind you, he'll win his fair share just because he's that talented. Right. But he doesn't have to bring out that level. And I don't think that he should until he's at the Grand Slams. Right. You know what I'm saying? Keep that in your back pocket because again, no one has that level. No one has it.
I don't even see anybody on the come up.
That has it. I can appreciate, like I said, we talked about Sinner. I can appreciate Ben. I appreciate all these folks that will probably sneak in there and we'll get a Grand Slam or two. I absolutely believe that. But the lion's share, if Carlos stays healthy, he will win. He will win them. It's it's no question in my mind about it, Bryce.
Because he's just better.
Because he's just simply better. I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at skill set, that's what it is. It's skill set and mental aptitude. He's got that in spades. It's ridiculous.
Right. And I think, just like Carlos was saying, he had lost to Djokovic in some other tournaments or whatever. I think he'll be fine with that. But Djokovic don't in the major finals.
I mean, Bryce, he took it. He just beat it. It was just I like I said, I was laughing at some of the shots he hit against Djokovic. Like like I said, when he got on that court, he was like, we're not going to do what we did with Medvedev and Tommy Paul and some of these other folks. I'm coming out here on that level. And I'm about to show you how magical that level is. And it just the oohs and ahs and gasps. I taped that match. I will never, ever delete that match because I just love watching it and just the reaction from the crowd, all of the gasping and the shots he hit. He's a champion. I'm going to leave it there.
And I'm going to just throw one more thing out, and y'all going to be like, are you really trying to blow this dude up? Had Alcaraz played the Australian, we could potentially be looking at somebody going for the Golden Slam this year.
Golden Slam.
Now, it's not going to happen, obviously, because he didn't play the Australian. But I would not be surprised if he wins the gold at the Olympics, and he wins the U.S. Open.
Mm-hmm. And there's 2028.
Because he'll only be like, what, 24 or 5?
24 or 5, 25 maybe, yeah. Which is technically a tennis player's prime.
Ooh.
Exactly.
It don't make no sense.
No.
It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. So anyway, we like you said, we could go on for hours about this. Yes. We've got to get ready and go and jump on our Instagram Live. But y'all, this was an amazing tournament. A shout out to all the winners. And tennis is just going to continue to be good because we're getting ready to ramp up for the Olympics and all the hardcourt tournaments and the U.S. Open. And look, we're going to be there for all of it. So stay tuned. And Isaac, I just want to give you a chance for any final words before we get out of here.
No, great Wimbledon, and thanks everybody for watching and supporting Brothers on Tennis. We love you, and we appreciate your you sticking with us.
All right. Well, everyone, be well, and we will be back with you throughout the summer. On behalf of the podcast, this has been your boy Bryce,
and this is your boy Isaac,
and we are Brothers on Tennis. Everyone, stay good. I forgot I got my escape button over here. Bye, y'all.